So, guys, Mr. Softy goes rogue. In New York City, everything is basically locked down. The parks are locked down, stores are locked down. I mean, except for things like grocery stores and drugstores, they're open. But Mr. Softy is still making its rounds. At least some Mr. Softies are still making their rounds. Certain parts of Brooklyn and even in the Bronx, I've seen, you'll see a Mr. Softy truck. He's coming down the street and he's playing his song. And they're stopping and waiting for people to come. In Brooklyn, they kind of had like a group of them going around. I think out of the 80 Softy trucks that were in Brooklyn, I think 10 broke off. There was a couple in the Bronx. I'm trying to figure if the 10 that were in the 10 from Brooklyn that broke off also made their ways into the Bronx. I don't know, because each borough kind of has its own little station, or it has like a place where all these Softy trucks stay, and then they come out and they do their route. So I don't know if the guys from Brooklyn were leaving Brooklyn and going into other boroughs, or these were like Bronx guys that were, just doing their route in the Bronx. Either way, the news caught up with them and they're taking pictures and filming them, driving around. But yeah, Mr. Softy was out. Now, the Mr. Softy franchise kind of told all these trucks, stay in, don't go out, wait till this whole thing blows over and then, go back on your route again. And some of them were like, no. And I don't know, that's really it. Now, you have the fake Mr. Softy trucks. I've seen a couple of them. They're really not bound by any rules. Check out some of my other videos on the imposter Mr. Softy trucks. There's trucks that look like Mr. Softy. It's the same exact truck, but they have a different paint, scheme, a different type of, instead of like the blue, white, and I guess red, they're kind of like purple and white and yellow. They're different colors. They'll have like a green. Anyway, those guys aren't really bound to anyone. Those are just independent operators. They drive around all year long. I mean, I've seen those guys in the snow. I've actually seen Mr. Softy drive around in cold winter months too, but not as much as the fake Mr. Softy trucks. Anyway, Mr. Softy's making its way around. People are buying ice cream. People are buying ice cream. They're going up to Mr. Softy and buying ice cream. It doesn't matter. The guy has a mask on and a glove on. And the people come up to the truck, they have their mask on or whatever, but they're buying ice cream. Now, in New York, parks are closed. They took down all the basketball hoops. They padlocked, a lot of these parks to go in. But there's people just walking around the park, like on the outside perimeter or the sidewalk. And the Softy truck will pull up, playing his song, and, people will line up. They'll stand a little bit apart, but they'll get their ice cream. I don't know. I thought that was cool. I like Mr. Softy. I'm a big Mr. Softy fan. It is what it is. That's the best way for me to put it. Anyway, I thought I'd share that. Hopefully, everything will get back to where, Mr. Softy can roam freely and not be like this rogue entity, in the streets of New York. And that is it. All right. Like, subscribe, comment. I hope all is well. I hope everybody's doing good. Stay safe. I will talk to you soon. God bless you, and later.